up, everybody? It's been a minute since I chimed in. Just want to hop on here for a second and kind of share a few things. Share a couple things with you. First of all, I want to say thanks for your time coming in and hanging out with me as I'm learning about more on how to do this YouTube thing. I'm really new at it and don't got too much time invested in it. I'm just kind of throwing myself out there. I haven't been on other people's stuff to kind of even know what that's like. I just kind of been learning and taking that information on for a while. And after so long of doing that, I began to use those things that I was learning in my own personal life, and I found them to be beneficial. Now, I had to go through something to get to that point where those things were beneficial for me, because at first, I was pretty confused about a lot of stuff, and actually I got quite angry as I moved forward. My first couple of years into it, I was pretty upset because of the deceptions and the misleading things and stuff like that that I was able to find and break down and stuff like that. So it took a little while for me to adapt and learn how to use this information in society, in this world where I live at. And it hasn't always been easy to share this information with people, with anyone, because it's pretty damning at first. I gotta be honest with you guys, man. It is pretty damning at first. A lot of people disregard this information and say, "Oh man, it's this." Most of the time, to be honest with you guys, most of the time people think it's evil, but the people that I'm talking to right now, give me a minute, just a second. The people that I'm talking to right now pretty much know me, for the most part. You guys know me. You personally know me, and I don't think any of you guys have any reference of me. I mean, there's some guys. I used to live, different, be different. I've been in the streets. I know what all that stuff's about, bro. We're not going there right now. But what I'm saying is, I'm a regular person. I'm a normal person. You guys know that. Like, I know a lot of you guys on here personally. When I see you or you see me, it's all love and hugs. There ain't nothing. There's not like people that I have. Like, I don't want to look over my back like that. I don't have that kind of life where I'm concerned with that type of situation. So saying all that to say this kind of information, all this shit, all that I just mentioned, can be thrown right out of the window. All the things that I may have done or not done, that was good or bad or whatever, you guys still know me personally as a person of this quality. But all that shit be thrown right out the window once this information starts being revealed. And this has happened, and it's heartbreaking that it happens. So I'm kind of reluctant to do it, because really, again, I'm a regular person doing stuff, living and learning it like everybody else. But if I learned where, if I knew people were looking for houses to buy, right? And I had the download on, or I had the information where I knew some people who can get anybody any kind of property for half the cost that they were originally expecting, or even less, right? And let's say I went and I've done this a few times, and I've actually have gathered a few pieces of property for myself. I haven't. This is just hypothetically, and I've gathered a few pieces of property for myself. And then I run into some of my friends, and I see people that I know, and they say, "Hey man, how you doing?" I begin to tell them how I'm doing. They say, "Man, that's great, man. I'm looking for a house like that." So I say, "Okay, this is what you got to do. I'm gonna hook you up and give you some information on how to get this, where you can go get these benefits that you're getting, that I'm getting, that you're saying is good." I'm not. I didn't necessarily come and say, "Hey, this thing that I've discovered is great." It's just that I discovered it, and it's great within itself. I started exercising that greatness. So people started noticing that difference in me and say, "Hey man, there's something different about you, man. You started to show a little bit of greatness." So a lot of people, I get a lot of phone calls for various reasons that people that lack greatness wouldn't get. You understand what I'm saying? So based on, not what I'm saying about myself, based on what others are saying, is you judge a tree by its fruit. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm the tree and I'm looking at my fruit and they look pretty decent, pretty cool, I don't have to advertise that. I don't have to go and tell everybody, "Hey man, come pick my apples, look at my shit." You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta say that. All I gotta do is just be good. And people will go where goodness is at. So whether I am exercising those principles in a financial matter to others, or from exercising that in just generosity to others, or charity, or community service, or whatever ways I'm exercising those principles, right, is what I'm basing how I'm doing off of, right? If I looked around myself and I seen a lot of things that I'm against, I don't have to ask myself how I'm doing. I can look, if I have any kind of awareness about myself, and see how I'm doing. So saying all that to say this information has brought in this greatness out that you guys found in me, not that I found in me. I got my own little personal discovery with this shit, my own little battle, my own little stuff I'm going through and learning this. It's disturbing for me at first too. So I'm 6-7 years in it. I'm still like, listen to how I sound to you guys right now, saying, "Man, I don't know if I should, because people's going to see." So I'm still going through it too. But I don't want it to get to a point to where, well, I mean, I actually don't care how other people feel particularly, except for those that I really love close to my heart. I do feel their discomfort in this. I can, I, I feel it because I'm a part of what I love. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't dummy me down. It doesn't persuade me to go along just to get along. No, this information, it's like a one-way road. It's kind of like once you go there, you're there. It's not like most things that we learn about and we can turn away from. You know, it's not like that, and it can be real disruptive to families. Close friends could separate, not be cool no more. Just based off of opening up the mind, opening up the awareness of what's going on in our life and in our society, in this world, and how things operate. We pretty much are just ostriches. You know what I'm saying? We're walking with our heads in the sand, and just letting it, just be the best, living the best we can based with your kid and saying, but there is a better life. There is a better way to live, in my opinion. I found that to be a better way. And if you guys are still, you know, feel comfortable with saying that you know me, then you know that I wouldn't be doing something or trying to share something with somebody. It's like this. If I thought this was really, really bad and evil and something like that, where people would really, I'll get a real something bad. I wouldn't, even if I knew it, I wouldn't share that information. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't just go and just be saying stuff that I know that's going to make people, be worse off than they are. And I'm using myself for an example. Now, everybody's not like me. In fact, there's very few. But the information is still good for everybody or anybody, you know? Um, and at any time, if someone feels like, hey, man, I'm wrong, or they can say, hey, man, you lying about this, or you trying to lead the people to hell, and I get all these little bars, but I welcome anybody to go. They can go live with me. We could talk about it. Prove me wrong, and if you prove me otherwise, I'll tap out. I'll tap out. I've lost. I've lost before. I ain't worried about that. I'll win again. I'll tap out. But if you can't do that, then either listen and learn, or go find something else to watch. There's plenty of stuff to watch on the internet, man. There's all kind of shit. You ain't got to sit up here and listen to me and what I'm talking about. This ain't nobody got, for real. But I'm saying it. But I'm just kind of throwing these little disclaimers out there that this could be pretty. You know, it's already done it. To me, I've seen it done to others. Like I said, I'm about 7 years into this. I've seen it throughout that journey. You know what I'm saying? It's like, some people say when something happens bad, they're like think or to themselves, it's not really bad, but we hear the term a lot. I never thought that it could happen to me. Well, this is one of those things that I never thought that this could happen to me. I never thought that someone that people will based off of principles that I live by, that has not disrupt the way your people are living their life. My principles don't bother nobody else. Those are my principles. But if someone says, hey man, what are your principles based on? And I begin to tell you, and you say, oh, fuck that, man. Oh, no, man. No, man. No, man. But then you turn around and say, man, can you help me out with this? Or can you work with me on that? Or, so whatever. It doesn't matter if you need help changing a flat tire. You're like, man, I don't know, man. Asking me to change your flat tire, you know what I'm saying? People tend to like, I don't want to say this in a bad way, but people tend to think that if you're associating with someone who is dealing with this kind of information, then you're bad too, or you shouldn't do that. I got friends that has said, hey man, maybe we shouldn't be cool. Because you think this way. And then I got friends that said, fuck you, you ain't cool no more because you think this way. You know what I'm saying? But if I never told them I thought that way, we was cool. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like, man, how do you go through what you go through, man? You're one of those guys that, who can go through a lot of stuff in life you've been through, because they know me personally. They know a lot of shit I've been through. So, how do you do it, man? And I said, okay, this is where I'm finding my strength to go through it. Oh, hell no, I wouldn't. No, man, no. But you know what? You're going through it. That's tight, man. You can help, man. You do all this stuff. But I would never do anything like that. Then why would you go to the? Why would you? I don't know, man. It does kind of singles me out, and that's kind of sad. and it isolates my intelligence because I'm dealing with a bunch of idiots. And I say that I don't mean that in an offensive manner. I mean that in a way that people really don't know what they're doing. A lot of people don't really know what they're doing. I was in those a lot of people. They don't really know what they're doing. They're just doing things that people do. But they really don't know. They don't really know. They don't really have their original, their 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 genuine character has been altered based off of society, man. You know, we've taken other routes that was intended for us, but we've made do with that. You know what I'm saying? And then they're like, "Oh man, well this was cool, man. You know, we making it work, man. You know what I'm saying?" But that just is only going to leave the next generation that much information. Just they're not going to have anything. They're just going to be making it work, and that's been our problem, man. We're not living in our greatness because we don't know how to do that, because we've been told that we're less than that, and we've been told we have to do other principles in order to even acknowledge your own greatness. You can't even acknowledge your own greatness in some circumstances. It has to be acknowledged by a way of another way, you know what I mean? And I'm not trying to get all into that in this video, but I ain't gonna hold you too long if I haven't already. I just wanted just to kind of throw this as a little bit of a prelude about what's going on with me right now today. You know, I just really gotten enlightened about a lot of things, and I would love to share information with people because it's fascinating. It's good, man. It actually became almost became like where you like learning about. For me, I begin to I like learning about it. I get a feeling of self reward when I learn something that I didn't know. Like when you figure out a puzzle, you've been working on a puzzle for a long time, and you figure it out one day. That little feeling you get. Well, I get that from this. I don't too much get that from other stuff. I do all kind of stuff. You guys know I'm a carpenter. I can build anything, man. I can pretty much anything that we're dealing with in this world as far as work type of stuff. With building, construction, any of that, landscaping, or any of that. I'm pretty much on top of that. But what I really am is much greater than that, and I've been reluctant to live into that principle because of what people will think about me, because I am a regular person with feelings and emotions. you know so again, man, I don't want to be an asshole or nothing like that to people, you know but some things, sometimes you got to kick the tree to make the nut fall out, man. And that's a lot of people that know me, a lot of people that I deal with, and a lot of people that I don't know. We are all reluctant to live into their greatness because they don't know how. They don't know how, man, and there's a lot of reasons behind it, and stuff like that. And I'm learning I'm learning too. I haven't gotten really going in it because the strength is in numbers, man. The strength is in numbers, and again, I don't talk too much unless it's to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Or I got friends on one hand, family on one hand that I converse with me about this stuff. We all know about a lot of stuff, and it helps us live a better life and gives us strength in places that we were weak, and understanding and understanding, or I should say understanding and overstanding in areas where we just only understood. Understanding is the least formatted information, or the information that's in the format is understanding has the least formatted information, if that makes any sense. But then you have understanding and overstanding. It's kind of like, let's say if you're looking at a penny from the street down. You see the penny? The only thing you do is understand that that's a penny. You can't see the bottom of the penny or the sides of the penny. You can only see the top of it. Now, if you want to see one of the other sides, you got to pick it up, look at the side, or turn it over like that to see that. But once you do that, now you can't see the other side. You know what I'm saying? That's understanding. Understanding is when you hold it in an angle a little bit, which is not normally found in that position. So you look at it like that. Now you can see two sides of the same thing. You only see one side. Now, if you hold it in such an angle, you'll be able to see three sides of it. Now, let's think about if you were able to see that penny, the three sides of that penny the first time you looked at it. Wouldn't that be greater than seeing only one side? That's all I'm saying. Only one side is only going to show you one side. What you're looking for could be on the side or on the bottom. You could be looking for this all your life. And it's been in front of you all your life, but you can only see it from one perspective because you have no understanding and overstanding. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this information is giving you, that ability to be able to do that in all areas of your life, not just one. And people that you know and things that you do, and the kind of work jobs and just your daily activities, instead of just thinking that it is routine because you're looking at one side of the routine. If you hold it in a particular angle, you could really see what you're doing, but you can't. It's like a drunk can't see his drunkenness when he's drunk. Trust me, I know. A drunk cannot see his drunkenness when he's drunk. He only has one side to see it from. You understand what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I don't want to beat a dead horse here. Thanks for listening. I'm going to start dropping more videos, and they're going to get a little bit more interesting, a little bit more interesting, a little bit more interesting. And then you guys got to make, if you like this stuff I'm going to be sharing, man, you got to make sure you hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button. You may not want to hit the share button because a lot of times you don't. I'll give you one more example before I go. All right. This is one thing about the like and the share button. We can help promote each other. Like we like to see people do good, or we say that. We like to see people do good and do better and stuff like that, and achieve their personal goals and stuff like that. Well, one way that this internet is set up is that you can help push people along on what it is that they're trying to do by just simply hitting the like button. Because by doing that, you know, it I don't know if you guys know about algorithms and how they work and stuff like that. I don't want to get too involved in all that right now, but it's just kind of like a way of voting, that you like this person's, what he's doing on here or not. If you don't like it, then I understand. I wish there was a dislike button that'll help the people loading information to make adjustments on what it is they're doing, what they're saying, so that they can achieve their goal while they're out here. And I say that for me particularly. So if you guys would do that, if you don't, because if I see a lot of people who looking at my stuff and reading it and watching videos and stuff like that, but they're not saying nothing. I know if you hit the like button, your friends come and see it, they say, "Oh man, you like that stuff?" And especially people that are in different religions. You know what I'm saying? Somebody may like something that a Buddha said, and then they're Catholic, and then their Catholic buddy looks and says, "Hey man, you that's kind of like that." So it's kind of like that. I get it. And if you share a video, then you're kind of like showing your vote for that person. You're showing that you agree with that person's information getting out there. That's what the share button is doing. But the like and the share button, both those are helping the one that's making the video move along in this journey. That's it's getting them hamster off the wheel. And that's all I'm saying, man. If you like it, let me know. If you don't, let me know. I'll make some adjustments. Again, I may even quit, find something else to talk about. You know what I'm saying? But But not saying nothing doesn't tell me anything um, about what you think about what I'm doing. Again, I'm really new at this. I don't got my punchlines down. I don't got my intros, my music. Again, it's been a little while, but I want to get more involved. I really love what I'm doing. I don't like it. I love it. I love this stuff. You know, it's like a man. I don't know. It's just I don't. You'd have to just do it, get involved in it, and see for yourself. But I wouldn't lead you astray. Honestly, guys, just trust me on that. I wouldn't lead you astray. It is really good stuff, man. And it's all stuff you can go research. I'll give you websites, places I found it, and I do intense research. I'm not gonna come out here and talk about something that I just heard on the radio yesterday and try to give you my facts or my discoveries and all that without doing any kind of research. I do intense research, man. I don't drop the ball on that shit. You know, man, I spent more hours in doing this stuff than anything I've been doing in the last 7 years. I really, really spent a lot of time. And if it was bad, I would have stopped doing it. What have you guys noticed about me in the last 7 years? Been following me longer than that. What have you noticed about it? Have you seen anything have you seen me depreciate? Let me know. If you say, man, you falling off, man, you're going back. Just don't hold back. Let me know. Talk to me. I'll talk back. Let me know. Have I got more intelligent or dumber? That's it. I may even say a lot of things, and that's something else I got to adjust. I've been dropping a lot of bars out there, and I know a lot of stuff is complex and not really easy to understand if I hadn't walked you through, if you don't already know about this insight. It'd seem like, man, you wouldn't know what I'm saying. You wouldn't get it because it's like a philosopher talking to a child using his philosophy. You know, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I just need to kind of bring you guys up to where I'm at a little bit. I just got to kind of bring you guys up to where I'm at, and so you'll get a better understanding on where I'm coming from. This phone call just kind of threw me off a little bit. I got to take this call. Again, thanks for listening. Again, hit the like, hit the share if you dare. And, the next video I drop I'll get a little bit more, I'll go a little bit more into it a little bit. And we'll just keep moving forward, man. But you guys got to let me know what you think about it. All right? I appreciate it. Get back with you.